open with, in the love circle, we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings. In the love circle, we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us
You ain't
to
gonna let us take. You ain't gonna let us get a piece of that.
Yeah, I just felt it, and I had to
okay.
say it again.
Well, you all right? Give me heads up now, cause
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In the love circle, we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings. Jackie.
We ready to start? In
Yes.
the love circle, in this love circle,
Mhm.
we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings.
In this love circle, we have a strong and positive attitude that allows us to encourage, promote, and create new beginnings.
Hi, everyone. I just want y'all, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Oh my God, y'all just don't understand. I'm so excited. I'm glad y'all are here. I hope y'all are ready. I hope you're filled with so much energy and love and light. I hope this brings something motivational, something. I hope you get something good out of this. I hope that everything that we say tonight isn't just words. I hope that it has a whole bunch of meaning and power behind it. I just want us to be positive, be love, and be light. So on our panel, we have Miss Jackie Hamilton. Welcome, Jackie.
Hey, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And then we have Miss Tanae Amani. Thank you for being here. I love y'all so much. Okay, so in this circle, we have a few rules. We don't call them rules, but they're kind of like rules. So every time we come to this circle, we come with open minds and hearts. We respect others and their opinions, and we listen to understand, not to respond. And today's discussion is going to be on overcoming our fears. So in this circle, we do everything with good intentions. So we have 11 minutes and 11 seconds to talk respectfully and with purpose about overcoming our fears. Jackie, you want to start? Start us off?
Absolutely. I just think I love that you're starting off your love circle with fear, because doing new things and doing things that we've always dreamed of, that's you overcoming fear. So this is a good way to start it off. Let's just go ahead and talk to fear and tell fear to sit down or get out of the way. Again, fear is something that we shouldn't run away from. It's not something that we should cower from. Fear is just our conscious mind keeping us safe.
Yeah.
Fear wants us to stay in this little circle and not move and not try big things. It wants us not to play big. So it's only doing its job. It wants to keep us safe. But the way that we overcome fear is that we go to fear. We say, hey, fear, what are you trying to tell me? Come on, I know you want to tell me something. What is it you want to tell me? Well, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to feel like you're doing something that, other people are going to judge. I don't want you to be criticized. But that's okay, fear. It's okay. It's okay. I think I can handle it. And another way that you can get past fear is by you seeing yourself on the other side of fear. If fear was not an option, what would you be doing?
Oh, yeah.
And if you see yourself on the other side of fear, it'll encourage you to make those little moves in faith.
Right.
Just small moves get you out of that fear mindset, that fear and flight mindset.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Tanae, how do you feel about overcoming fears?
Well, it's just so crazy that we were talking about fear, because like for the past, I'm gonna say about week, I've been meditating on, it was in Timothy, 2 Timothy, and Paul was basically encouraging Timothy and saying, you like, go off with your gift and minister, like, and just remember that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. So that's really been on my heart for like the past week. So I'm glad we're talking about this actually.
My anxiety has been off the charts for like a good month. just because I know the things that I want to do and I see those things happening. And then I'm like, just like you said, oh, you might get hurt again. What if people don't support you? What if this? What if that? All of these things keep coming up. And then we were having a conversation and Tanae said, you're afraid of a lot of stuff. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even realize how much I had been talking about my fears for that long. And it just came to me and I was like, okay, so what do I do now? So then I started writing poems about fear. So I was like, okay, maybe this is me, my way of trying to express what those fears are. Okay, I see you. I understand what you are. What are you trying to tell me? So I'm really glad that we having this conversation too, because for the longest, I guess I can say, and I don't know, tell me if y'all feel the same way, but when you're in a situation, I guess it's just so much easier for you to dwell on those things that you forget, like your worth. It's easier to forget it, even though you're taking those steps.
Well, it's us putting the magnifying glass on the small thing. To me, when I say that, I don't want you to think that that you don't have legitimacy in what you're feeling. Like everybody's entitled to feel what they feel, right? I can't tell you what to be afraid of, what not to be afraid of. But when we consciously choose to take the magnifying glass off of the challenge and put it on everything else, like what's going right in our lives and the people that are supporting us and all the love that is around us and that's lifting us, it makes the journey a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Putting that magnifying glass on fear, it looks big and scary. It looked like it would eat you alive. But when you take it off and you shift it, it becomes smaller. So it's important to always, when you get in those modes of fear, there's some nights when I wake up and I feel this I don't even know what the fear is, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like something's like over me.
Heavy.
It feels heaviness. And I don't even know why, because everything's going beautiful in my life right now.
Yeah.
But that's when I instantly say, okay, Jackie, bring it in. Think about the beautiful things. And I'm thinking about my husband that's lying right next to me. I think about my son or the house that we're living in, that I have warm water. All I got to do is turn on the spigot. I got warm. Those things kind of take, and I feel the fear dissolving. So again, when you start thinking about things that you're grateful for, it'll make the fear seem so much smaller and doable. It makes the challenge doable. I like to call them challenges. I don't like to call them problems. I don't like to call them bad, events. I like to call them challenges because we can get through challenges. Challenges, using the word challenges make it sound like it's a fun thing, like it's a puzzle. I can get through it. I can figure out ways to get out of it. So again, it's reframing it. It's restructuring it in your mind. What does that look like? If you want to call it scary, it's going to be scary and it's going to intimidate the mess out of you. But if you call it a challenge and it's something fun and it's an invitation to play big and not sit down and just let it whip you, then it becomes something that you can do. If it's doable in the mind.
I think that's what, even though it's just a word, that's why I started calling my life a journey. Because every day is something different. Every day I'm learning something new. And when you're if you're hiking, you see different things. It's always different terrain sometimes. You never know what you're going to encounter. You could encounter an animal. The weather might change. So it's always changing. So that's why I call it a journey instead of it's not life anymore.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's so awesome that Jackie was saying that sometimes we put the magnifying glass on what's small. And I remember when I was pregnant and I had this huge anxiety or this fear that heightened my anxiety of losing the baby. Like I was afraid of having a miscarriage. I was afraid of having a stillbirth. Then after I had the baby, it's like I was afraid of SIDS, and it was only because I was listening to people.
Yeah.
Or I saw their what they went through. And Jackie, you were like, don't let somebody else's testimony be your testimony.
Yeah.
And that really helped me a lot. But it's really true that we do focus on something that might not even happen, and 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna happen.
We create these crazy stories in our heads. Oh my, we go ahead and tell the story before the story even gets here.
Yeah.
That's so much energy we could be focusing on in the present, creating this beautiful moment in the present. Like my whole thing with you today, I was like, don't miss the beauty of being a mother, like carrying this baby, because we get so caught up in fear that we forget we leave out the beautiful things that are happening. And
Right.
that's the same when we get on our journey for whatever big dream we have.
Mm.
We miss the journey because we're so freaking scared of what could happen. We're always playing oh, this could happen, or this could happen, or this could happen. And then we're missing all the little things that are along the way. Oh, this person said that they believe I could do this. Or this person said that they want to help me do this. We miss the beauty of those things.
Right.
It's so crafty. It wears all kind of disguises. It comes in when you least expect it, but you got to be ready for that thing. And the way that you're ready for it is being prepared in every moment.
Mm.
That knowing who you are, that's you being prepared, right? Knowing that I'm strong enough to get this, or I have memories of me doing something tough before and I made it. I can do hard things. So when you keep that kind of thing in the forefront of your mind, fear becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and you get braver and braver and braver. And then before you know it, you've made it to where you want to go and you've enjoyed the journey.
Right.
Don't forget to enjoy the journey.
When I graduated undergrad, that's when I realized that I could no longer let fear control my life. When I graduated, I was like, oh, I can apply for anything. I applied for jobs that you had to have a doctorate. I just had an undergrad. But now I feel like I can do anything. Once you realize what that fear is, identify that fear, and you say, okay, I can no longer let you control my life. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful on the other side.
Liberating. Oh, it's liberating.
This year, my word has been freedom, and I have been free, and I'm getting free from this fear. So it's going to be more free.
Yeah. And then you'll get bolder. And when you understand that, one of the things that freed me just this year, because I'm 40 years old, and one of the things that I realized is that everything is working together for my good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that before all my life. But when you really wrap your mind around it, that everything is a building block to where you're trying to go, everything's a building block to your character, to building who you're supposed to be, then it becomes easier when troubles come. Like, okay, what are you coming to teach me?
Yeah.
Storm, what are you coming to teach me? And I sent you a quote by Maya Angelou saying, storms run out of rain, right?
Yeah.
All storms run out of rain, but they come to nourish. They come to wipe, the winds come to blow all the trash out of the way. And I love that quote because it lets me know that there's a purpose behind every storm. And again, it's going to work. It's all working to build me up, to make me who I'm supposed to be, to get me where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. So how do you, well, I guess we already defined fear. So what are the next steps to overcoming fear? We know that it's focusing on the bigger picture and not the small things anymore. Did you use meditation? Did you use mantras? What did you use to overcome fear?
I think it's knowing that it's like a spiritual warfare. You have to be armed. Like I have to put on the full armor of God and be able to fight that. Because just like she said, it's going to come in different ways and in different forms. So, you have to be ready. And the way that I prepare for it is through prayer and meditating.
Yeah.
I'm definitely prayer and meditation every step of the way, and intention. My intention is that I'm not going to my intention when I wake up in the morning, I am looking for how anything comes to make me who I'm supposed to be. So is it going to be Jackson's car break now? How am I going to deal with that? I'm already setting my mind frame for every possible, turn or situation. How am I going to respond? And that's important, to respond and not to react. And I try to take that on every step of the way too, to help me overcome fear. I don't want to feel like I'm out of control.
Right.
So when I set an intention, I'm in control of that day.
Definitely. That's something that I'm still learning. Once I set the intention not to let anything, I need to learn how to keep my blinders on. Because I'll see something like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, okay, you got to focus.
Run from it. Don't run from it. See it, ask it what it's there to teach you, and then get back on track.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to be superhuman and not be affected by what goes on, because we're human. We do that. But see it, pay attention to it, sit in it a minute. I don't care what it is that you're going through. See it, sit in it, ask it what it's come to teach you, and then get back on your course.
Right.
Don't just sit and wallow in it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So do you what is the name of the meditation app that you told me about?
Insight Timer. I love it.
Insight Timer. Can you tell us more about it?
Insight Timer has guided meditations. It has different ways that you can meditate. That you can search different topics that you may want to like, let's say if self-love is something that I want to build in myself, I go find a meditation, a guided meditation on self-love, and let it kind of lead me through a meditation. Or I can just set a timer and just sit in silence. If I sit in silence, I'm usually doing a visualization of where I want my life to get. Another good way of conquering fear is to see yourself, like remember I told you, seeing yourself out on the other side of fear. And that's me seeing my life as I want it, as if fear was not an option. It's fun to live that way for a few minutes, to sit and to see your life as if fear and money and all those things that we worry about in the physical realm right now, that if it wasn't an option, what would you be doing?
Yeah.
And if you start making those little moves toward that. So I like Insight Timer for, having that as well. But really, if my favorite time to meditate is like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not out my bed. Let me just make that absolutely clear. I'm in the bed, but it's quiet. I can see the moon coming through the blinds, and it's just a still moment in the house. Nobody's moving. I don't hear anything. And that's just the time for me to pray and to get quiet and to listen. I talk and then I listen. And I get a lot of instruction during that time. That's my school time where I get some instruction. And I carry that throughout the rest of my day. So that's how I stay centered. It is so important to stay centered and to be grounded. And meditation and prayer is one of the main ways you can do that. Connect yourself to a higher being. I connect myself to God.
Yeah.
When I connect myself to God, I'm trusting that God is going to talk to me. I am trusting that God is going to guide me. I'm trusting that God is moving all obstacles out of the way. And I feel so good when I do my work because I feel like I don't have to stress about it because it's being taken care of.
Yeah.
I throw it out there, and then I'm resting. I'm just doing my little part along the way. And it's slowly and surely, it all falls together. So I challenge y'all to just get quiet, get led, get grounded, and watch the miracles happen. Watch everything fall into place.
Yeah. That's why I started exercising every morning. I think we've been working out for like 2 months now. And that has been the best release. Waking up every morning, regardless of whether I felt like it or not, regardless of what thoughts were going through my mind, just getting up and exercising. That is like a waterfall to me. Every time I make a lap, it's like washing everything away. Everything's
so while you were doing that, let it wash your fear away too.
Yeah.
Like we have to do everything consciously now. We can no longer afford to live a life that's unconscious. Like just happen to end up somewhere. It's not fair to us. I think it's cruel to us to live in that way because we are made for so much more. I mean, why do you think we get dreams and inspirations and ideas? It's because we're the ones that's supposed to live it out and to make it happen. Right. So if we're getting all these beautiful things, these ideas, this inspiration, and these dreams and these visions, it's up to us to walk that bad boy out. And so we have to learn how to consciously live in that way. So if you're walking, then you're saying, I am walking to my destiny. I am walking to my vision. I am being washed of all the fear and anxiety and doubt.
Jackie.
I'm going to get one step closer. Like you have to talk to yourself unconsciously now. So next time you go walking, every step, getting closer. I'm shucking off all these things that are hindering me. They're disappearing right now. Like you have to consciously say that to yourself. And I bet you when you're done with your walk, you're going to be ready to work.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to look for ways to work and make that thing happen.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to have to do that in the morning.
Yeah. When I'm in the shower, that's what I'm doing. I'm washing away the day. I'm washing off all that is old.
Yeah.
I'm being drenched in all things that are new and powerful. Like I think about that in the shower.
That I thought it was weird because I do the same thing. Like I take long showers and I just sit in there. That's my meditation time. That's the time where I feel like I'm by myself. I don't have to worry about nobody else. I can do, and I'm literally washing everything away. My thoughts, the bad thoughts, and I'm replenishing them with good thoughts, good feeling. I'm washing away everything, all the insecurities,
That's right.
everything that I feel like I've put on throughout the day or I've been carrying for so long. I
Yeah.
let it go in the shower.
Yeah. And that's how you live that's how you live consciously. And that's how you stand up to fear, because you're seeing yourself and you're actively doing things to put yourself in that space.
Yeah.
Fear can't dwell there. Fear cannot dwell there. In my quiet time with God, fear cannot dwell there. It cannot dwell there.
It's no room.
We have to create those spaces for ourselves. We have the right to create those.
Space,
That is our birthright to have
Yeah.
spaces like that in our life. It's our birthright, right?
Yeah.
I think being free is our birthright. So we have to take that space, our real estate, our mental real estate. Take your space back. That whatever is in your heart, that space in your heart that you feel fear, take that space back. Yeah, that's our birthright. Freedom is our birthright.
Definitely.
Tanae, I'm sorry. Say something, girl.
No, it's fine. But yeah, like just think of your body being a temple. You know,
That's it.
and fear, it has no place in the temple.
That should be the one sanctuary, right?
Yeah.
That's your sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's your sanctuary. I love that you said that, Tanae. And if any place should be clean of all fear, it should be your sanctuary. That's a beautiful thought.
That is so good.
That's a beautiful thought.
I set the time, but I don't feel like I said it right. I feel,
It's
hey,
okay.
y'all feel like it's been 11 minutes?
It's probably been about 20, 30, but we're good. It's 7:20, so I know we went over. But I think this is a good kickoff.
Yeah.
To the love circle. So if we went a little over, it is all good. The intention was set.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? We talked about some good things. So I'm happy with what we discussed. I feel encouraged. You know, when I click in me, I'm going to go in and do some reading. Like, I feel encouraged.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I feel empowered.
Yes.
I definitely need to write in my journal.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Good.
Oh, I thank y'all so much. I love y'all so much.
Love you too, girl.
And thank you for being a part of the Love Circle.
Hey.
See y'all next Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am.
7.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a great night. And take care of yourself. Love on yourself and the people around you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good night.
Good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.